Webstack Academy Internship Final Project. So coming to the internship overview, Webstack Academy's full stack development internship provides hands-on industry experience building real-world web applications. So the duration and structure, a structured project-based internship program covering front-end, back-end and database development across well-defined learning milestones. The core objectives is that skill acquisition through practical implementation, industry-oriented training and building production-ready full-stack applications. Agile development approach, iterative sprints, collaborative workflows and continuous feedback cycles to simulate real-world software development practices. So the goals of the internship are focused objectives guiding our learning journey through full stack development using the Webstack. So full stack fundamentals, Webstack integration and building our project into real world projects. So full stack fundamentals includes learning the core full stack development concepts, REST API design, database management and end-to-end application architecture. So the Webstack integration, understand and integrate React.js, Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB to build scalable production-ready web applications. And implementing all these functional web app with user authentication, CRUD operation, responsive UI, and version control using Git and GitHub is built. Coming to the full stack development part, the full stack development combines front-end, back-end, and database technologies to build complete web application. It offers versatility, faster development cycles, and end-to-end control over the entire technology stack. So we have three parts: front-end, back-end, and database. So coming to the front-end part, HTML5 structures content, CSS3 styles the UI, JavaScript adds interactivity, and React.js builds dynamic component-based user interface with virtual DOM. Coming to the backend part, Node.js provides a JavaScript runtime environment. Express.js handles REST APIs, routing, and middleware for efficient server-side logic. Coming to the database part, MongoDB is a NoSQL database storing flexible JSON documents. It enables fast CRUD operations and scales easily with modern web applications. So the Webstack overview. I'm going to say about the Webstack overview. So it has React.js, Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. So the React.js part is a component-based UI. Virtual DOM, hooks, and state management are implemented in this. And Node.js consists of JavaScript runtime, event-driven, and it is non-blocking I/O. So Express.js handles REST APIs, middleware, routing, and authentication. And MongoDB is an NoSQL database. It has collections, documents, and it also allows fast CRUD operations. So coming to the project overview, this project addresses the need for a modern, full-featured web application built using the Webstack. It demonstrates end-to-end development skills from designing a responsive React.js frontend to building secure REST APIs with Node.js, Express.js, and the MongoDB database backend. So the problem we are facing currently is the lack of integrated full stack web solutions, and our objective is to build, deploy and manage a one stack web app. And the target users are students, developers and end users, and the output is a fully functional app with CRUD authorization and clean UI. So coming to the system architecture, we have four layers: client layer, server layer, database layer, and response flow. Coming to the client layer, user interacts with React.js frontend via browser. App server sends HTTP request to the Express.js API server. And coming to the server layer, Express.js routes handle request. Node.js runtime processes logic and authentication and middleware. Coming to the database layer, MongoDB stores collections and documents. CRUD operations are executed via Mongoose models and queries. And response flow, JSON response return to the React UI, and state updates dynamically render the updated interface. Coming to the front-end development part, building a dynamic responsive user interface using React.js is our goal, and this is the core of the Monstack front-end layer. So components and routing part, functional components with JSX syntax for clean UI structure, and a React router enables seamless multi-page navigation without full-page reloads. Hooks and Axios integration. Use-state and use-effect hooks manage state and lifecycle. Axios handles async API calls to the express.js backend with clean promise-based syntax. Coming to the forms validation and responsive UI, control form components with real-time validation ensure data integrity. Responsive layouts deliver consistent experience across all devices. So Node.js runtime, coming to the backend development, Node.js and Express.js power the server-side handling requests, routing and data exchange via REST APIs. So Node.js runtime, server creation with non-blocking I/O model, event-driven architecture ensure high performance and scalability for concurrent requests. Express.js routes and middleware, it defines REST API routes. Middleware handles authentication, validation, and request response lifecycle. Coming to the authentication and API flow, JWT based login and registration is there. Controllers process logic, query in MongoDB, and return JSON responses to the React frontend. Coming to the MongoDB database part, NoSQL document-based database powering flexible and scalable data storage for the non-stack application. So it first of all consists of collections and documents. The data stored in JSON-like documents grouped into collections, schemas and models defined using members for structured and validated data. Coming to the CRUD operations, insert, find, update, and delete operations executed via Mongo's models, enabling full data lifecycle management. And the advantages of using MongoDB is that it offers schema flexibility, fast queries, seamless JSON integration with Node.js, and easy scalability for dynamic web applications. So coming to the code implementation flow, there's a step-by-step walkthrough of how data moves through the stack from user interaction to database and back to the UI. Coming to the React and Axios part, the user action triggers a React component event. Axios sends an HTTP request to the express.js REST API endpoint with the required data payload. Express and Node.js, the express.js router receives the request and directs it to the appropriate controller. The controller processes the business logic using Node.js, validates inputs, handles errors, and prepares the database query. Coming to the MongoDB and response, MongoDB is queried or updated by the controller. The database returns the results as a JSON response which Express syntax through the API, and React receives the response and dynamically updates the UI, completing the full request response cycle. So coming to the project features, there is an authentication and dashboard, CRUD and search, responsive and secure, and there is database and validation as well. Coming to the authorization and dashboard part, there is user login, registration, and dashboard UI, and CRUD and search part offers a full data operations and search functionality. Responsive and secure is that there is a mobile read UI so that we can use it in laptop as well as in mobile. Any screens is allowed here, and there is a secure REST APIs, and there is database and validation. So there's a MongoDB connectivity and input validation. Coming to the tools and technologies used in this project, it was built using a carefully selected set of modern tools and technologies. Each tool played a specific role in development, version control, testing, and package management to ensure a professional and efficient workflow. So the core technologies used are React.js, Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript. The full Monstack powering both front-end UI and back-end REST APIs. Coming to the development tools, VS Code for its editing, NPM for package management, Postman for API testing, and Node for live server loading during development. Version control, Git for local version control, and GitHub for remote repository hosting, collaboration, and source code management throughout the project. Now I'll show a project demo. So I'll run a live demo, and the demo flow is that there is a home, login, dashboard, features and group operations, and a logout feature as well. So the key features are according to the project demo. We have a platform called Order It. It has a cart icon, a login page, a search bar, and 8 restaurants are listed here. So here we can search our favorite restaurant. Yeah, and so now so here we can view review summary for all restaurants. Okay, so now I visit this restaurant. The menu is loading. So the product description along with price and the status, like if it is in stock and all are listed here. So I'm going to add this product to the cart. So there's a login page and a new user, self register. So now the user is registering. And now I have entered the login page and they have given the email and password. Now I'll click login. So login failed because of incorrect data.